have always been fascinated by royal dramas. It is a long-standing tradition around palaces in Nigeria, an eye-catching architectural design of centuries-old Zazzau Emirate. There cannot be any exaggeration about the power of design and unique presentation which sets the tone of what to expect in the interior. Located at the center of old Zaria city is the ancestral home where the emir holds court and takes care of his people. You appreciate the myth of naming the facade as Kapin Daudu. There are many other historical monuments. The 19th Emir Ahmad Nuhba Mali, with rich background in law, banking and diplomatic experience, ascended the throne in October 2020.
Your Royal Highness, why is it important for this royal palace to keep to time?
Well, Alhamdulillah, one of the cardinal principles of Islam is, to keep to your words. Again, by keeping to your words, it means like if you appoint a time, to meet with someone, you have to be there at the appropriate time. And if there is any reason why you will not be available, you should be able to inform the other party, that you'll not be able to make it, so he can actually adjust, his own time, but not for you, to waste his, other people's time or disappoint people, because it's not, accepted, by the Sharia principles. And then secondly, for me, I was brought up by a disciplinarian, and my late father was one of the old generations of leaders here, and he was one man that was always keeping to time, and every single member of our family will attest to what I'm saying, and even people that lived around him. So you have to wake up early, in the morning, say your prayers, as well as get ready for the day. Right from our primary school days, we're always ready, before the driver.
Behold, scores of people scheduled to visit have the opportunity of their voices being heard. Amid council members comprising princes, title holders, and other palace aides, the emir listens and directs. He is a rallying point and a leader to the core who rules by example.
Anybody that has associated with me, be it my schoolmates, childhood friends and classmates, and even colleagues at work, in every institution that I've worked, they're quite aware of my own, training and discipline. Like, a significant part of my working career was in banking.
Every day, people visit the palace to pay homage to His Highness, and then to seek his wise counsel, and then to also contribute towards things that could lead to the development of the Emirate by way of giving advice or providing some information. Like for instance, if any prominent person, son of Zazzau or daughter of Zazzau dies, the tradition is that the emir will be visited, and a condolence visit will be paid to the emir by the families, friends of the deceased. That is a tradition that shows a kind of recognition of the Emir as the father of every person within the Emirate?
Alhamdulillah, people always come, almost on daily basis. Sometimes you'll find us adjudicating matters. It's not like the normal court, but sometimes we deal with matrimonial issues. We deal with land disputes. We deal with issues of inheritance. Just providing avenues for amicable settlement of disputes as against going to the formal court, where because in our society here, if you take your brother or a relation to court, it's like you'll be stigmatized, that you have destroyed the family values by going to formal court. And so we always encourage people to come to us so they can get speedy trial or speedy justice through reconciliation and also settlement of disputes.
My request to explore and admire the palace interior, as well as understand more about history of the Emirate, is accepted. Takonjiwa is a special section comprising many chambers. You admire the ornate architecture built many centuries ago. In fact, the Emir tells me this chamber hosted Charles, Prince of Wales, and many important dignitaries.
This is a house that predates the period of jihad, which is over 200-300 years now. So this palace has been in existence for more than 500 years back, and even this chamber that we're sitting in here, was built long before the jihad of, Osman Danfodio, since Harbi period. So you can imagine how old it is. It was renovated, and some portions of the chamber was built during the Fulani period, and was subsequently, over time, get renovated. And when I came in, I decided that I want to be sitting here also, as against, the normal chambers there. So you can see there's so many compartments, up there, here, and there. So, and the place is cool.
And
you
the
don't
colors too?
And the colors also.
Which shows you are a lover of colors, or do you have some expression for them?
Well, sometimes you don't need anybody to tell you about images, but the colors will certainly tell you, the history behind every chamber, certainly.
With long-standing influence by the founder of Sokoto Caliphate, Usman Danfodio, over the Emirate, the palace reserves this special section for the progenitor, Sultan Sokoto, whenever he is in town.
Zazzau Emirate is a big emirate. From inception of Sheikh Usman Danfodio, Zazzau used to be a very big place. It's not Zazzau, as the kingdom spread up to Benin Kevi, Yauli. Our treasury is somewhere very far. Our historical issues is very fantastic. And we have strong rulers who rule the people in a very excellent manner. Those people, they have tried for us, and up to now, we who made the system, we make sure the system worked, so that we don't throw our culture away. So our culture we have to keep it together as much as possible. What we've made, we make sure that we let it survive, and people should come and see it, so that the other people, our children and grandchildren, will see what we do. And I'm sure we'll continue to do that.
The sprawling palace garden to ensure visitors feel at home is being remodeled. Many new projects are springing up to make the palace unique. Before leaving, the royal father has a message on peace.
There is no society that grows, without peace. Peace is paramount. Peace is key. And that is why every opportunity we have, we call on people, to live together, to appreciate each other. And you see, this is the beauty of traveling, outside your domain. Some of us that happen to live in other parts of Nigeria, we appreciate the way of life, the culture, the religion, of other people, and so those relationships certainly, or experiences certainly, you'll appreciate other people. I lived in Lagos for 10 years, and I lived in Abuja for another 20 years. So, those experiences, put together, certainly I've learned a lot about Nigeria and Nigerians. Some of my best friends, very close associates, are not from the north. They're in Lagos and other parts of southern Nigeria. And some we went to school together, some we worked together, and some, are associates. We relate very well, and almost every day. On every issue we discuss, we exchange ideas, and if anything brings them over to the north, yes, their first port of call will be, to say that they have a brother down here, and vice versa. So that is the only way to build, a country, not, to be an ethnic or religious byword of state.